have been decided on, kagaya ng yung FASAP, no? At pati yung kasama din dito sa Article 3, yung undermining independence of the High Court because of the appointment of the wife of the Chief Justice by the former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo dito nga sa John Hay. And then
at sa puntong ito, yung in charge na public prosecutor, si Congressman Agabao, ay nagbibigay ng parang overview kung paano daw po nila ipepresenta itong Article 3.
Of control and supervision over the entire. The Chief Justice are not the Supreme Court. The entire judicial system, including the members of the Supreme Court, like the power of the President of supervision and control over the entire bureaucracy. You better ask Brandeis, Cardoso, Frankfurter, and John Marshall to assist you.
While they are, with the kind indulgence of the Honorable Court, Your Honor, while they are looking for the article, may I place on record, Your Honor, the provision of Section 4, 2A, which speaks of another regulation shall be decided by the concurrence of a majority of the members who actually took part in the deliberations on the issues in the case and voted thereon.
Counsel, thank you for that, but bear with me. I just want them to answer that question first.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Because we're now dealing with Article 3, and
Yes.
many of us are lawyers here. We all came from the same school.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me try to answer, Your Honor.
Yes.
The Chief Justice, Your Honor, has administrative supervision over the affairs of the Supreme Court.
And what does administrative supervision of the Chief
For instance, Your Honor,
Justice entail?
he chairs the sessions of the Supreme Court en banc. He is the one who directs the special raffle of cases, which include an application for a TRO. He is the one who assigns consolidated cases to the member in charge after consolidation. He is the one who orders the release of unbanked resolutions to the parties. All this, Your Honor, we state to convey the notion that the Chief Justice exercises special powers which an ordinary justice does not.
Yes, but we are talking here of control and supervision, which, in my opinion, is the semantical meaning of to allow. To allow, meaning to permit. Can he permit somebody to do anything that is within the discretion of that somebody?
Is that a question posed, Your Honor?
Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Second, Your Honor, that respondent created an excessive entanglement with Mrs. Arroyo.
No, we are talking of the
We're still on the first matter, Your Honor.
the question of control, because that is the operative term is the word allow. so that we will know what we are dealing here in the Article 3.
As I said, Your Honor, I
Can you
have...
submit to this court a legal memorandum and citing authorities about the extent of the power of a Chief Justice, whether he is a Roberto Concepcion or Justice Ricardo Parras or Justice Moran or whoever, Abad Santos, to control and any discretion of a member of the Supreme Court.
We will do that, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And thank you very much.
Okay.
So may we be allowed to continue, Your
Yeah,
Honor?
but you can proceed,
Thank you, Your Honor.
subject to that.
Memorandum, submission of memorandum, Your Honor. Second, Your Honor, that respondent created an excessive entanglement with Mrs. Arroyo through her appointment of his wife to office. This is embraced in paragraph 3.4 to 3.4.8. Third, that respondent dip his hands into public funds to finance personal expenses. This is embraced in paragraph 3.4.9 to 3.4.10. Fourth, that respondent discussed with litigant cases pending before the Supreme Court. This is embraced in paragraph 3.5 to 3.6.5. So, Your Honors, the presentation of our evidence will be sequential along the manner stated in our complaint. The first specific instance of wrongful act that I mentioned will be prosecuted, Your Honor, by Congresswoman Kakabag-Aw. The second specific instance of wrongful act will be prosecuted by this representation. And the third specific wrongful act will be prosecuted by Congressman Dolfo Fariñas. And finally, Your Honor, the fourth specific wrongful act will be prosecuted by Congressman Sherwin.
Proceed. You may proceed
Thank
with
you.
presentation of witnesses under Article 3, subject to the submission of the memorandum to give a guide to the members of this court whether indeed the Chief Justice
Has the
has the power of,
control.
you know, the meaning of control and supervision. No?
We understand, Your Honor.
Yes.
We understand, Your Honor.
Apart from, we accept that the constitutional provision about administrative function is clear. It's provided in the Supreme Court.
But only on the matter of
The
issue
only
of control.
interest of the presiding officer is to see to it that there are no clouds involved in the use of terminologies in defining the charges against the respondent.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, for today's hearing, we are ready with one witness, Your Honor.
Proceed.
But having said that, Your Honor, may we bring to the attention of the Honorable Court certain pending subpoena, Your Honor, that till this time have not been issued. And I refer more particularly to the request for subpoena made on February 2, 2012, requesting for Mr. Enrique Javier, Vice President of Philippine Airlines, and Ms. Ria Carrion Domingo, Vice President of said company, Attorney Enriqueta Vidal, Clerk of Court and Bank, Attorney Felipa Anama, Deputy Clerk of Court, Supreme Court, which till date, Your Honor, has not been issued.
Well,
And
the court, this chair would like to make an explanation. Yesterday in the caucus of this impeachment court, we were going to take up those other requests for subpoena. But some members of the impeachment court decided to forego a discussion on those requests for subpoena in view of the legal questions involved in the subpoena that was decided, request for subpoena that was decided yesterday. And perhaps the caucus that this chair suggested to be called for tomorrow would tackle this other request for subpoena, because I'll be frank with you as a presiding officer. Some of these requests for subpoena are going to tread on the principle of co-equalness, separation of the three departments of government. And we have to study this request very carefully in order that we will not impair the checks and balances in the entire system of democratic Republican government in this country. For instance, the prosecution requested us to subpoena justices of the Supreme Court. Now, if there are justices of the Supreme Court who are willing to testify in this impeachment case and they come here voluntarily, that is their prerogative. We will not stop them. But I would take abundante cautela, or an abundance of caution in subpoenaing the members of a co-equal department of government. That was the reason why we did not issue a subpoena requested by the prosecution, by the defense, to subpoena the Speaker of the House and members of the House of Representatives, because of our respect for the co-equalness, separateness of the three departments of government. And I'm going to take these matters with the members of the impeachment court in the caucus tomorrow. I think while we're interested in ferreting out banalities in government, while we're interested in punishing anyone held in this court, no matter how high and how powerful, we must see to it that in the process we will not destroy the principles of government established by our forebears in their constitution. That's clear?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honors, please, may the prosecution be heard on that, Your Honor, and for this purpose, Your Honor, may I turn over the floor to
The gentleman from Iloilo first has the floor.
Mr. President, may I advise the prosecution to proceed with the presentation of their witnesses? We have been debating on issues other than the presentation of witnesses. Can we now proceed with this?
Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, may we call our first witness to prosecute this case, and I now turn over the floor to Congresswoman Kakabagaw.
Before we proceed to here, may I be given 1 minute, long minute to do something?